Maganda yan. Actually, that's a good thing about, yung makita ng bata yung parents na nag-ESL kasi mai-engage sila. Tsaka, baka pag college nila, pwede nyo silang turuan mag-ESL, di ba? Makatulong pa sa allowance.
Yun talaga,
Yeah.
teach.
Yeah, that's actually yung nakikita kong gano'n na journey natin sa ESL. Nga, kasi yung nga sa ESL, it's not about ano yung natapos mo. It's not about the diploma. It's not about the documents. Nga, kung saan ka graduate. As long as you know how to, communicate yung accent natin, and will be able to help the students, will be able to teach, deliver the lesson, interactively, engagingly, wherein ang students natin nakakaintindi, nag-e-enjoy, that's enough, right? Yeah, and yung mga styles na yon, kahit hindi pa education graduate, kahit student pa, everyone can deliver that. As long as ma-train, ma-practice ang ganong mga ways. Kaya, you guys have, mga plans. Ako nga in the future, pag may anak din, ititrain ko, bahala ka, so save na ko pang allowance sa'yo. Yeah. Yeah, di ba? Parang gano'n. We teach them how to fish. Yeah,
Tama po,
as
tama.
that's teaching them how to fish. Yeah. And also, as we are what? Anong binibigay natin sa kanila? Opportunity wherein they can earn. At saan lang? Nasa bahay. They don't need to do physical thing. At for parents, you don't need to get worried, right? Anong mangyari sa anak mo? Kasi andyan lang sa bahay. Nag-earn na. So that's the good thing about ESL teachers. Yeah. Kaya for those na hindi pa nakapag-start, don't lose hope sa opportunity to. Ganon ang roadmap. When we retire, can you guys imagine sa online teaching, it's not about the age. Yeah. As long as, lalo na't makapag-start ka na ngayon, may regular students ka na, babalik at babalikan ka talaga. It's not about what you look, it's not about how you look, it's not about your age, but it's about how you connect with them. Because sa pagtuturo, we build relationship kasi eh. Do you believe that, teachers? In teaching, we build relationship. We,
Tama po.
we, we, we connect with our students. Kaya nga merong tag 1 year, tag 2 years, 3 years,
Every day.
3 years sila sa atin. Kasi hindi sila nagsa-stop. Kasi it's not about what they can learn from us. Aside from that, it's like they feel comfortable kasama tayo bilang teacher. We don't know they'll be struggling sa kanilang personal life, but the moment when they have time with you, they feel good, right? They feel relaxed, they feel comfortable, energized, and so on. And that's something some other students are looking for. Mm. Yan yung kaya that's the good thing about ESL teachers. I had nga ng yung it's an adult one even sa 3 years na siya sa akin. It's from siya may trabaho na. Nag-enjoy kasi siya may kausap. Kasi iba yung kausap nila, 'di ba? Are you comfortable talking anything about with your close friends or family members na mag-i-English pa? Hindi na. But yeah, having someone, a foreign friend that you can talk to in English, you can practice in English, you can share your thoughts in English, you can open up in English. So they feel good with that. They just have to pay for us. Hindi libre ito sa atin, right? Sa atin, we're earning, sa kanila nag-e-enjoy. Kaya teachers, it's not about yung sa documents. If you're not education graduate, if undergraduate or ano pa diyan, it's not something like hindrance para maging successful kayo sa field na to. Alright, teachers? Yeah, so kaya yeah, let's push this, push. I know dito may mga nag-take na ng trial classes na failed, pero don't lose hope. Failures are not total failure. It could be you're not yet ready, so we have to practice, keep practicing lang hanggang ma-master natin. Alright? Okay, teachers? Yes. So let's have here. Oh, we have teacher Ramel, teacher Nestor, Yulene, teacher Maya, teacher Jack, and teacher Bell. So, good afternoon sa lahat. I hope everyone is okay. Okay ba ang lahat?
Okay lang, Coach.
Okay,
Medyo mainit na.
Okay po.
That's good to know. Yeah. So, I want to ask something. What 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 stops you, or let's say what hinders you from, from speaking English confidently? What do you guys think? Ano ang common problems ng isang Filipino why he or she can't speak English confidently? What do you guys think? Ano ang common reasons? What do you guys think? You can chat. Yeah, you can turn your audio para marinig natin. Let me hear your thoughts, teachers. You can assess yourself, actually. What hinders you from, or what holds you back from speaking English confidently? It could be afraid of making mistake. Oh, that's true. That's normal, right? You're afraid of making mistake. Then, from that, I'm. Thank you for sharing, teacher. I wanna open that one too. Being afraid of making mistake. To whom, I mean, kanino ka ba natatakot na makakommit ng mistake? Sa sarili mo o sa ibang tao?
Sa ibang tao, Coach, usually.
Yeah, sa ibang alright, sa ibang tao. The question there is, sino yung mga tao na yun?
Well, actually, Coach, sa part
Mga
ko,
listener po.
Mga listener. Okay. Sino yung particular listeners mo ngayon? Kung
sa
magsasalita
part
ka ng
ko, Coach,
English.
ang medyo conscious ako, kapwa Pilipino.
Mhm.
Pero pag foreigner kausap ko, I don't really care eh.
Mhm.
Oo.
Mhm. Yes, thank you, teacher. Yeah, thank you for sharing yung sa ibang tao, sa kapwa Filipino, sa foreign. Yeah, that's true. Thank you for sharing. That's why the reason I asked that one kasi tayo teachers, lalo na we are afraid to speak English, we're afraid to commit mistakes, we're afraid that other people might mock, right? Might bully or something. I mean, takot tayo magkamali na makita ng ibang tao. The question there, that's why I asked, sino yung tao na yun? Will you speak, I mean, magsasalita ka ba ng English publicly or privately? What do you guys think? If you do it in a public speaking, or like you're gonna like maybe vlogging, or like sa isang event, could be that scenario, right? Na natakot tayo baka magkamali. What about, do you have that activity or event sa life mo ngayon? Wala. If wala, so sino lang ang kalaban mo? Sarili, right? Teachers, yeah. Kasi yan minsan nagiging reason natin. I'm afraid to speak English because baka makita nila, baka i-correct ako or something. Now the question there, saan ka ba? Sino ba ang kausap mo? Right? If you're talking like, let's say, like sa online, nag-record ka ng video and then you post it sa you post it sa Facebook mo, and then you speak English, blah 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 blah. That's something you're quite afraid kasi public siya, right? Sinong taong makakakilala sa iyo, at sino pa yung mag-comment ng negative, sila pa yung hindi nakakakilala sa iyo, or mga foreign individuals. Yes or no? Yung mga magaling ko, no, right? And then what if or do you have an avenue where you can speak English? This is my question. Next question. Do you have any avenues, teachers, na you can speak English? Meron o wala?
Meron naman, Coach. Lalo na sa panahon ngayon. Meron.
Mm.
So, Coach maraming avenues talaga, like kung nasa BPO, so syempre, EOP, workplace. Yan, isa siya. Just recently lang, yung naka-join ako, Isuden. Doon. Tapos of course, interaction mo sa students mo. So kung freelancer ka, exchanges of email sa clients mo.
Yes, that's true. Thank you, teacher. Those are actually the avenues. The question there, saan, the question there, lalo na sa hindi pa nakapag-start, yung andun pa din yung takot, mawawala ba yung takot kung hindi mo ipupush ang sarili mo ma-expose sa mga English-speaking environment?
Mas pa course, magiging lulubha pa.
Definitely.
Oo.
That's true. So hindi yan mawawala unless you don't have plans of getting rid of that low self-esteem. So at paano ba ang gagawin natin para mas maging comfortable tayo? So kaya ang tanong ko sa inyo teachers, how often do you make time in learning English? How often do you listen to English? How often do you watch English mga educational English contents? How often do you make yourself kayong nagli-learn ka ng mga English? Pera na lang sa nagtuturo. Kasi meron din dito mga nuance pa. That's my question. Kasi do you think if we don't do anything, mawawala yung afraid na yung takot natin sa pagsasalita? Hindi, right? Kaya teachers, I encourage you to really speak. Find episode din, yung sinend ko na episode din. I sent it sa mga groups. I'll send it again. Episode din, it's a website wherein you can speak with foreign individuals. Don't be, yun din, that's something you have to overcome. Teacher, natatakot ako baka pagtawanan ako ng Koreano or ng Amerikano. No. Wag mong i-compare ang Filipinos sa other nationalities. Baka sila pa ang ma-amaze sa speaking way mo. Lalo na sa episode din. Because you have the same mindset. Learning. You're both learning individuals. See, don't feel bad. Don't feel, if magkamali ka man dyan, therefore makalearn ka. Yeah, teachers, even nga ako, I've been in this industry, but I don't stop learning. Because I know there's still something that I need to learn. I need to practice. Kaya, if natagalan kayo sa sa pag-improve ng English, maybe your effort is hindi pa enough yun. Do you believe that, teachers? Hindi pa enough? If you think hindi ka pa confident, that means your effort hindi pa enough. Hindi mo pa na-exert your full potential. Do you believe that, teachers?
Yes.
Yes,
yeah. If you think kulang pa din, wala ka pang, it means kulang pa din yung effort mo. Yeah. So kaya keep exerting effort by learning new things. Continue to be an eternal student. We have to be an eternal student. When say eternal student, like even if matanda tayo or something, we keep on learning. Lalo na we'll be teaching English and we're dealing students. The good thing about the ESL tayo, we only have to teach one language. At once ma-master mo na yung ituturo mo, wala na. Madali na lang. Hindi siya gaya ng mahirap ng mga teachers na public school. Ang daming subjects nilang tuturuan, tama? Madami ding mga students na dapat nang i-handle. Sa atin, isa lang. Do we have to make students report cards? Do you have to make mga other paperwork or something? Wala na. Yeah, that's the good thing about sa atin teachers. Kasi after ng klase natin, wala na. We can do whatever we want. You don't need to be you don't need to do any other things. What you have to do is conduct the lesson, let your student enjoy your class, and then that's it. Babalik at babalik niyan sila. Kaya let's keep learning. We have here takot magkamali in terms of grammar. Yeah. Yes, in terms of grammar, depende yan, teacher, kung sino yung audience mo. Yeah. Kung audience mo, even your audience is like a teacher or a mentor, mas that's the chance that you have to express. Why? Why do you think, teachers? If you're with a teacher, if you're with a mentor, what do you guys think? Why that's the best time for you to express more? Because you'll be given guidance, right? You'll be given guidance pag kausap mo yung mentor mo, yung teacher mo, kasi ang mindset niyan is iga-guide ka. Pwera na lang kung ang kausap mo yung kakompetisyon mo o kaibigan na walang pake or kung sino man yan na ang mindset is to drag you down or to, put negativity sa'yo. That's something you have to, hindi siya best avenue. But if you are with someone with your, like kayo, dito teachers, we're all classmates here. You can speak English you can learn from each other. Even sa akin. Yeah, kaya keep sending mga SIVs and don't be afraid kasi I'm here to guide. All right? So, ganun teachers. I'm not used to eat maong kaya awkward. Oh yeah, by not getting used to speaking English, that's totally true. You feel awkward. Bakit? Because hindi mo pa na fully embrace ang English language. Right? Hindi mo pa na fully embrace or hindi mo pa siya na totally accept sa sarili mo na I have to learn English. I have to make the English language part of my system. Otherwise, wala. You always have the gap between the English language and you. So what you need to do, teachers, think in English. Even though hindi ka magsalita in English with other people, speak in English sa sarili mo. Think in English. When you share ideas, when you want to, di ba, lalo na may nangyayari ngayon, may event, meron tayong mga personal thoughts, yes or no? Do you have mga personal thoughts? Kinakausap nyo din ba mga sarili nyo? Minsan? Yeah, right?
Yes.
Even if yung kinakausap ng sarili mo, you have to talk to yourself in English. That's true. Why? Kasi siniset up mo yung isipan mo na whatever words, whatever you think, English ang gamitin mo. Kasi yung own language natin or dialect, hindi na yan mawawala. Kahit ilang years pa yan, hindi niya mawawala kasi naka-print na yan sa natin. But if you want to learn something new kay English, talk to yourself in English, even kahit bali-balik din, kahit ano pa yan, as long as nasasanay ka na English lahat ang mga expressions mo. Yeah, now if you have something, for example, for what's happening now in their government, if you have something to say, they're kind of yung mga ganito sila, so diba yung mga something in your own dialect, say it in English. Pag hindi mo masalita, isulat mo yan, and then search for a word na katumbas niyan in English. Yes. That's it. That's how it is, teachers. You have to live with the English language every single day. Yeah. Gawin natin siyang part sa life natin. Teacher, baka kasi sabihin nila hindi ko mahal ang Pinoy ako at hindi ako No! Ano ba ang asset natin as ESL teachers? Ano ba ang kailangan kung sa dancer, para maging dancer ka, ano bang dapat meron ka na skill? Ano? Marunong kang sumayaw. Yes. Marunong kang sumayaw, right? Of course, because you're a dancer. Kaya sa atin, tayo man ay teacher at English teacher pa. So dapat ang i-improve natin is yung pinaka-main, pinaka-asset natin, yung English. Kaya hindi yung Pilipino ako at English hindi yan
kasi coach, yung ganyan kasi coach, philosophy. Sa panahon kasi yan ni Rizal, kasi yan, resistance yan sa mga Spaniards. That was one of the ways lang sa pag-express ni Rizal kung paano tayo mag-resist sa mga Spaniards. But again, inano na siya literally na ina-apply na siya na literal na. But again, kung tutuusin coach, sa panahon natin ngayon, ano talaga, ano na tayo, dynamic na ang ano natin, environment.
Yes.
Or more na tayo sa diversity. So kinakailangan natin na may common ano tayo, common language or ground na magkakaintindihan tayo lahat. Which is English. So dapat lang i-embrace talaga natin.
Definitely. As diba, thank you, teacher. If you could still remember, when you were sa school days, diba ang mga goal ng teachers is a Filipino to be a globally competent individual. Na-remember niyo pa ba yun? Yung mga
Yes.
vision na
Vision,
ni-envision.
mission.
Yes, right? Na ang isang Pilipino, hindi lang siya pang local but to as someone who can compete in a global aspect. Actually, even sa school, that's the teacher's vision and mission to all Filipino kids. And I think, yeah, that's also when we were in our days, yung mga teachers natin, ganyan din yung gusto nila sa atin. We will become globally competitive, competent, wherein we can compete with other nationalities. Yeah. And one of the factors, one of the ways for us to compete is the communication. And that's may advantage tayo dyan. And the good thing about this, tayo pa din magtuturo na. Can you guys imagine that? We are actually, when you start teaching English, you are one of those Filipino students noon na ini-envision ng teachers ninyo to be a globally competent Filipino. When you're teaching English, ikaw na yun. Bakit? You are now an in-demand English teacher and you're dealing with foreign clients. Are you getting what I mean, teachers? Can you picture out?
Yes,
right?
Coach.
Yes. Can you guys imagine? Iba kasi yung if you're working with, right? If you're just working with, let's say working with, you're just a colleague with other nationalities. Yeah, like let's say a engineer or a project manager. So you work together with a certain project, right? And for a Filipino to compete globally, you have to be not totally fluent, but that's an advantage if you're fluent enough in English, so you can communicate with other nationalities. Yeah, you want to have this miscommunication, and that's to deter the language barrier. But now we are not working that way. Are we working the same as those project managers nasa ibang or engineers or nasa mga establishments sa ibang bansa? Are we working the same way? Do we have the same working status sa kanila? No, right? Kasi we teach, we inform, we mold someone from a non-English speaker to become a fluent, a competent, a confident English speaker. That's our role, teachers. Do you believe that?
Yes po, Coach.
Yeah. Yan ang role natin. Imagine a 5-year-old Chinese kid who doesn't know A, B, C, D, but after a series of classes with you, the kid knows now how to communicate. From mahiyain na kid because the kid doesn't know what hi, hello, doesn't know how are you, doesn't know how to count in English, but after a series of classes with you, the kid now can actively count from 1 to 50. Right? Yeah. That's the good thing about us, itong work natin teachers as an ESL tutor. Kaya, yun nga, how can we give of something we do not have? Do you believe that?
Yes.
Yeah, so we cannot give of something we
What
do not have. So how can we give love to others if we don't even know how to love ourselves, right? Or like forgiveness. Same din sa atin sa ESL. How can we correct them if we don't know the basic thing? Because we'll just think, tama yun, walay something wrong. Pero kasi we lack those information, we lack those learning. So kaya teachers, don't stop. Okay, so lalo na, okay, I just wanna ask, okay, I just want to ask, kasi it's the fundamentals eh. Para mas maintindihan natin ang English language, we have to know the foundation, right? Now, how many how many, I mean, ano ba ang parts of speech at how many parts of speeches? How many parts of sa part of speech? Let's have a short review.
8 siguro, coach, kung sa maalala ko.
Sa maalala mo lang. Ano yun? Ano yung mga 8 na yun?
Noun, pronoun,
7.
verb, conjunctions, conjunction, ano pa? Adjectives, adverbs, adverbs, ano pa? Interjections, parang kasama yata.
Yeah, interjection.
Interjections, noun, pronoun, interjections, prepositions.
Yes, that's true. All right, thank you, teacher. Okay, so teachers, I have to. Okay, let's review. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, interjection, preposition, and conjunction. 8. Yeah. So 8 yun siya, teacher. So para mas madali nang ma-remember, you start with, kasi ano yan, pangalan, noun, pronoun. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb. Diba? Mas madali i-remember. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective. Yeah. Then, halos na lahat Sean. Preposition, conjunction, interjection. Yeah. So see, teachers, that's how we easily remember sa mga 8 parts of speech. Now, why important, napaka-importante ang 8 parts of speech? Gagaya din yan. Bago mabuo ang 1,000,000, kailangan ng piso, right? Do you believe that?
Yes, coach.
Yes. Bago mabuo ang 10, ang 5 plus 5 equals 10, kailangan muna sa 0 at 1. Yes or no?
Tama, coach.
Yes.
Yeah. Same.
Sige, tama, coach.
Yeah, right? Same din sa atin sa language. In order for us to form a sentence, we should know ano ang noun, ano ang pronoun, ano ang verb, ano ang adjective. Kasi ang isang sentence is binubuo ng mga parts of speech. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tama, coach.
Yes. Kaya teachers, actually that's my foundation. Bakit mas madali kong naiintindihan ang mga English terms at mga ano? Kasi I have fully understood the 8 parts of speech. I have fully understood what's the use of noun, pronoun, yung noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. If you guys, yan ang i-master natin pinakauna. That's in the sentence construction na. Kasi sa sentence construction, that will help you express different words, different expressions by learning those. Now, I want to ask let's just be honest. Anyway, nakaklose naman ninyo. Ano English? Sa Tagalog lang. Gaano ka confident o gaano mo kaalam ang parts of speech? Range from 1 to 10. Okay, you rate yourself. Let's be honest lang para self-evaluation. Gaano mo ka master, gaano mo kaalam paano gamitin at i-identify, because learning the parts of it, if you know how to identify the word itself, you will know the functions, right?
Tama, coach.
Yeah, kasi una sa identification yan. Alam mo ano yan, alam mo din ang function. Now, paano mo malalaman ang function at paano mo ma-identify na verb yan if wala kang idea of what the verb is, right?
Tama,
Yes.
Yes. Kaya everything starts with learning the parts of speech. You will never know the function if hindi mo talaga Now, that's why you're gonna rate yourself. Just, no one will mark, no one will, sa atin. We're all learning individuals here. Now, if you're gonna rate, let's say from 1 to 5 na lang. 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest. Like something medyo confident ka sa parts of speech, sa paggamit Even kasi sa paggamit, alam mo din yon ang function, alam mo mag-identify, alam mo kahit anong mga parts na yon. From 1 to 5, guys. Okay, you can type it sa chat. 1 to 5 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. How familiar, not totally familiar, but how confident are you? In terms of mastery? Yeah, like you can easily identify, ganito pala to siya, ganito pala to, ganito pala to. Okay, meron 3, meron 5. Yeah, it's a matter of confidence kasi. 3, yeah, okay, that's good, yeah. Yeah, at least, right? Yeah, at least you guys are also true to yourself. I'm still 3 now, so you still have 2 that you need to achieve. So that means there's still effort or learning, effort or ways that you need to understand more sa parts of speech. Yeah, kasi again, teachers, if you can't master the parts of speech, that will one of the reasons why mahihinder yung ang pag-express mo ng English. Kasi yun nga, mamimix, takot sa grammar, dahil din hindi pa familiar na si noun, si verb, tsaka si right, object. Kalayo lang si she are. So si pronoun na she, so kasama niya talaga si is na verb. Iyon. Pag alam natin yun talaga, kahit papapap ka, parang math, 1 plus 1, 2. Memorize ba yung multiplication table?
No.
Elementary coach,
English na lang, coach.
Yeah,
English
right?
na lang.
Yeah, if hindi, di ba medyo pag mathing, medyo pag like 8 times 8, mga ganon, you will be, hindi. Yeah, parang na-off ka kasi hindi mo pa master na 8 times 8 is 64, 9 times 9 is 81. Yeah, parang ganon na mga concept na madali na lang. It's just 1 second, 2 seconds, identified agad. Kasi na-master naman. Yeah. Same sa English. If ma-master mo yan, alam mo agad, verb to. Alam mo agad, noun to. Alam mo agad, adjective to. Yeah. Ganun, teachers. Kaya for those who are still struggling sa English, I advise, master the 8 parts of speech. Kaya yan yung pinaka-foundation sa sentence construction. Okay, so let's have an short exercise para at least ma-practice. Okay. Okay, I've noticed kasi, even though yung mga tone, ma-develop siya, pero the sentence construction, if mahina pa din ang natin doon, so mag-struggle din tayo sa pag-deliver ng lesson effectively. Bakit? Kasi kung si student panay salita, we can't correct them kasi we thought tama yun. Yeah. So, ito. Okay, let's do it. Refresh natin and we're gonna find reasons. We're gonna find bakit siya ganun. We should know how to rationalize. Kasi ganyan din gagawin natin sa student teachers. What we are doing now is also, you can use this one sa student in the future. Okay, here. Let's answer together and identify the right answer. Okay? At bakit siya ganon? Okay, can you see the screen?
Okay, na coach.
Okay, so we do have here. All right, so wait for my cue. Wait for my cue first. Let's have the one. Wait for my cue before you give your answer. Okay? Kasi maganda kasi yung merong yung kanang same time kayo magbigay ng answer at doon sa may correct answer, that's good. And for those yung medyo hesitant, at least ma-realize mo, wow, ganun pala yun. Alright? Okay, let's do it. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, answer first sa 1. Okay, 5, 4, By the way, ano to? So you just have to identify the highlighted word. I bought a beautiful dress at the mall. So, ano to siya na word? Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Adjective.
Adjective.
Okay. Yeah. So, adjective. Bakit adjective?
Because it
Describing word.
describe the dress, the noun dress.
Mm-hmm. Yes. From the word beautiful itself. Kahit wala pa siyang minimodify. From the word beautiful itself, it's a...
Describing word.
Yeah, it's a word that is used to describe. Yeah. Meron mga term dyan, yung describing word or descriptive. Yeah, when say descriptive from the word describe. Ano yung sa Tagalog describe? Yun na... Ano ba yung sa Tagalog yung describe?
Naglalarawan.
Oh, yeah. Salamat po din. Naglalarawan. Yeah. So, anything, anything na naglalarawan, anything that shows description, that describes something, that's an adjective. Yeah. Iba kasi yung ginamit na siya sa sentence. Iba din yung alam mo mismo na itong word na to gagamitin. Ano ang function niya? See, right, teachers? What I mean, like, yung dapat alam natin kung ano ang function na word na to. Bakit? Kasi dyan mo, once gagamitin mo siya sa isang word, madali mo na lang siyang gamitin. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So madali mo na siyang gamitin. Hindi ka din easily ma-confused. Again, so it's beautiful. It's a descriptive word. Actually, these words are very technical din to describe grammar. Lalo na if you're teaching, we use descriptive word or we use to describe. Yeah, the word is used to describe. Ano din i-describe niya, di ba? Mga nouns. Ano pa?
Pronouns.
Pronouns, yeah. Only nouns and pronouns lang ba?
Yes.
Pwede ba mag-describe as a verb sa adjectives, interjection, and no, right?
No.
See, that's it. See, teachers, that's how it is. If yung by learning the adjective, descriptive word pa siya, ano ba ang partner niya? Yeah, that's yan din ang strategy ko. You know, in learning things, you need to set a pattern. So adjective, kasama niya talaga si noun or pronoun.
Pronoun.
Yeah. They always go. It could be basic pa lang to ha. Sa basic English, mauna most likely si adjective bago si noun. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, right? So ganun, pattern yan, teachers. Actually, this is how also you can teach your mga students natin in the future na we're teaching the use of this grammar sentence construction. So para mas madali nating maintindihan ang flow, use the pattern. Picture out the pattern. Adjective, noun, pronoun. Even sa verb. Even sa mga verb like present tense, past, present perfect, or present continuous. So there's like, for example, has plus past participle. Ano to siya? Ano to na verb? Ano to na tense? Has
Present
plus
perfect.
past participle.
Present perfect tense.
Yes, that's present perfect tense. See, teachers, by only identifying the pattern, the grammar pattern, yung formation niya, malalaman mo agad kung ano ang dapat niyang kasunod. Whenever you use has, ang kasunod talaga ni has, lalo na sa verb ha, hindi siya sa noun na she has a dog, hindi yung ganun na concept. But we're talking about the action. Always talaga, past participle yan. Hindi ang past tense. Are we on the same page, teachers?
Yes.
That's it. That's how we learn mga ganito. That's how we can master the sentence, mga sa grammar, itong sa mga tenses, kasi may mga patterns yan, yun nga, adjective, noun, kasama talaga sila. Mauna talaga si adjective, it's a basic, and then si noun. Sa sa present perfect, mauna talaga si has, hindi pwedeng past participle din. Hindi pwedeng past participle, then has, now, right? Una talaga si has, ang kasunod ni has talaga is past participle of the verb. Yan, ito yung tinatawag nating formula. Yeah, formula. Di ba sa math merong formula? 1 plus 1 equals 11? 2, right? 2. When 1 is added with another 1, when 1, yun nga, ang 1, ina-add ang 1, ang ano niya talaga is 2. That's a formula. Same din sa English. Formula to. Has plus past participle of the verb. Adjective plus noun. So that's a certain formula na dapat din nating malaman para mas madali tayong maka-create, maka-construct ng sentence with, of course, with the correct grammar, with the right tense of a word. Clear, teachers?
Clear, coach.
Are you guys learning so far? Na-refresh ba ang mga natin dyan?
Yes, coach.
Ganun, kasi actually you can use this way as well, like presenting formula sa mga students ninyo. Mas madali nilang maintindihan if bibigyan natin sila ng formula kaysa, okay, this one, right? Yes or no? Kung bibigyan natin sila ng formula wherein they just have to remember the pattern, the sequence, kumbaga, sequence. Ang kasunod ni 1, si 2 yan. Right? Hindi pwedeng magiging 3, parang ganun. Ang kasunod ni has, ano talaga yan? Past participle. It is something that non-negotiable. We can say non-negotiable. Hindi pwedeng ma-negotiate in a way, ma-change. No, kasi that's the pattern. That's the formula. In order for you to get the right present perfect tense na sentence, you have to follow the formula that when the subject is singular, ano dapat ang subject dito? Singular or plural?
Singular.
Yes. We use has when the subject is singular. Yeah. That's another, this is complete na. Singular subject plus has. Okay, I just want to check. Okay, singular subject plus has plus past participle of the verb. See, that's another formula. Kasi hindi pwedeng plural ito. That's wrong. Therefore, this is something you have to remember. The subject must be singular. Next is has. Next is past participle of the verb. Now, do we have to, what if plural yun? Anong mangyayari kung plural subject?
Have.
Yes, another formula. Now, when the subject is plural, ang kasunod niya have. Then past participle of. Mas madali bang maintindihan ng students natin if bibigyan natin sila ng formula? Kaysa mag-explain na blah, 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 blah? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, right? By giving them formula, by giving them the pattern, it helps them to easily identify kasi pinipicture out nila, uy, ano nga yun? When the subjects, plural, have, past participle. Yes. So, in terms of verb, kasi baka may magtanong, bakit teacher yung she has a dog? Bakit a dog yung hindi past participle? Bakit nga ba? Bakit, teachers? Ano okay ba sa she has a dog or she has bought a dog? Ano ang kaibahan nila? Baka kasi merong teacher, she has a dog. She has past participle. Why no past participle here? Why a dog? What's difference? Right? Good possible question, yes or no?
Yeah.
Possible, coach.
Yeah, possible question,
Possible
right?
question, lalo na sa mga learners pa, coach.
Yeah, from the learner student's perspective, possible question ba siya? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Sabi nga, if from the pattern kasi, singular,
Mhm.
has, past participle. And teacher, why she has a dog? Why she after she has a dog? No verb. O, di ba?
Yeah.
Why? Where past participle here? Why a dog? Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah, right? Past potential question yan. Kasi, lalo
Mm.
na nagbibigay ka ng pattern, she has the, bakit
Mm.
may sentence ganito, teacher? Bakit, ano to siya? Ah. But,
Yeah.
right? So, anong pwede nating isagot yan? First, first, she has a dog. Is it correct? Is it a
Yes.
complete sentence? Okay.
Yes.
She has bought a dog. Is it a complete sentence?
Correct.
Yes, coach.
Yes. Okay. Both are correct. However, yun na. Yung tanong ng student. Anong gagawin natin doon? Why, teacher? She has a dog and they bought.
Sa first sentence, coach, yung has doon main verb.
Has is the
Main
main verb. Okay.
Sa second sentence, auxiliary na siya. Kasi
What's our main verb here?
bought.
Yeah, bought. And she has is auxiliary that this complements bought.
Complements bought.
Yes.
Para ma-form yung perfect tense, yung present perfect tense.
All right. Thank you, teacher. Now, another question naman, student. Why has bought not where bought come from? Where bought come from? All right. Another question.
So first, coach, first sentence, siya, present tense. So, nagbigay siya ng fact na mayroon siyang aso. So, yung second sentence, again, present perfect, na hindi natin alam kung kailan talaga nangyari siya bumili ng aso. I mean, yung talaga specific time. At meron pa siyang continuous pa yung niya, action or result niya up to the present. So, katulad nito, pwede mo sila mag-connect na she has bought a dog and now she has a dog. Parang ganun lang.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, teacher. What else? Thank you, teacher, for sharing. Let's brainstorm. Kasi that's potential questions sa student. Lalo na into sentence construction na. Yeah. Kasi very technical kasi na tayo ganito na concept. Ano pa? What do you guys say? Let me give you a hint. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's right. Okay, the pattern is she has. But the question of the student really right is where both come from? Where both come from, teacher? She has the dog. She has bought the dog. Okay, I would like to ask here. Does it have something to the situation?
Yes, coach.
Yes. What's the difference? If you're gonna check the situation between she has a dog and she has bought a dog, ano ang situation nila? The same ba or iba?
Iba, coach.
Yeah. Ano ang una? She has a dog.
Meron na siyang dog.
Yes. It means it states a certain yung fact, a certain show a certain fact or possession. Does it have something to do with the possession?
Yes.
Yes, right? That she has a dog, it shows that you are
She
telling
owns the
what
dog.
you have. Yeah. It
Possession.
presents as something that you
Ownership.
possess. Yeah, ownership. Yeah, that's why we say she has a dog. Yeah. So explain nating situation yan kasi she has a dog, it's stating a certain possession na meron ka nito. Whereas, ano naman ang kaiba niya sa she has bought a dog?
Niya?
If she has a dog, ano ang focus dito? Meron siyang dog, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Meron.
Presenting kung anong meron siya. Does it have something to do with with an action here? She has a dog? May action ba na naganap?
Wala.
Parang wala.
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 Yes, because it only states you're what
Ownership
you
and
have.
possession.
Yeah, ownership. Something what you have. You're just
Mm.
stating, parang yung the earth is round,
Mm-mm.
right? That it's a possession kasi. So she has bought a dog here. Is there an action here?
Yeah. But
Yes.
Yes, an action
bought
of
a dog, buying a
Buying.
dog.
Buying.
yes. Okay. Nakita niyo yung kaibahan?
Yes, coach.
Sa una, walang action. It only states what you have. Sa pangalawa, merong action at nakafocus ang she has bought a dog, nakafocus the sentence theme or main idea is there's an action of buying. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, coach.
Yeah. So therefore, since my action of buying siya, and then, so we use the verb. Kaya meron tayong verb bought. And to show that you have already bought, or the girl has already bought the dog. So kasi yun sa present, di ba? Nangyari na noon at ini-explain ngayon. That's the time we use the present perfect.
Returns.
The girl has already bought it
Before.
noon, and then ni-present ngayon na meron na siya. So present perfect, that's the present perfect rule. So therefore we have to say she, and bought is the past participle of, okay, what's the main verb of bought?
Buy.
Buy, yeah. And the past participle of buy is bought.
Bought.
Therefore, we use she has bought a dog. Clear? Yes or no?
Clear.
Clear, coach.
Yeah. See, teachers, so kahit sa pagbasa, each sentence has its own function. Yan yung importansya na alam natin yung mga functions ng mga parts of speech. Okay, if we try to break it, she has a dog. Okay. This is actually structural analysis na nito. Is English structural analysis. We try to break down the composition of a sentence. Okay, let's try to break down. Ano ang she? Let's have the subject. As a whole, sentence to siya, right? Sentence. So, subject. Ano ang predicate? Predicate. Has a dog. Yes or
Has a
no?
dog. Yes.
Okay. So, si subject, ano ang function ni subject? Ano ang part of speech siya? Noun, pronoun, verb?
Pronoun.
Pronoun. Okay. Now, sa predicate naman, if you're gonna break it down, ano dito si has?
Verb.
Yeah, it functions as a verb but auxiliary siya, right? Okay, meron siyang verb, then a dog. Ano dito si a dog?
Check.
Yeah, object, or is it a phrase or a clause? Consider ba natin to siya na phrase or a clause?
Phrase, coach.
Yeah, something na it doesn't show complete thought, right? So, same din yan if we say a dog here. Now, if we're gonna break a dog, ano to si a?
Preposition.
Article.
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 Yeah, article. At ano to si dog?
Noun.
Noun.
See, teachers? Yeah. Yeah, ito yung pang-break ng isang sentence. This is sa amin yan sa English, sa majorship, tinatawag na structural analysis. You analyze kung ano ang composition ng isang sentence. In that way, kaya napaka-important alam natin yung functions ng noun, ng mga parts of speech, at ang mga, kasi, okay, if you're gonna check the part, anong part of speech ito? She, pronoun. Anong parts of speech she has? Verb. Anong part of speech si a?
Article.
Pero meron pa din siyang parts of speech na nabilong sa demonstrative ba yun? I forgot the ano. Si dog.
Noun.
Noun. See, teachers, ang isang word.
Yung article, coach, part pa ba yan ng, ano, nakalimutan ko na kasi, part pa ba ng ano, 8 parts of speech?
Meron
article?
siyang particular term for that. Let me check, ha. Yeah, under yan ng ano umbrella of hindi pala. So I was it's the determiner. Hindi siya parts of speech. Ang mother, ang umbrella niyan is determiner. Determiner sila. So under yan yung article and the. Yeah. Under sila sa determiner, pero hindi sila parts of speech. Yeah, so that's it. Ang function niya. So we have the pronoun, the verb, the determiner, and noun. So she has a dog. Pronoun, verb, determiner, noun. Now, what about this one? Let's say, ito. In general, the old man has a new car. Okay, ano to?
Article.
Okay, article. Determiner. In general, that's determiner. All right, so in general niyan, type of determiner siya. And then old, ano ang old?
Adjective.
Adjective, ano ang man?
Noun.
Noun, ano ang has?
Verb.
Verb, ano ang
Determiner.
Determiner, ano ang new?
Adjective.
Adjective, ano ang car?
Noun.
Yeah, noun. So actually simple, ano pa to? Wala pang interjection, wala pang preposition, wala pang conjunction. But learning, di ba teachers, have you guys noticed? Ang isang sentence ay composed ng mga parts of speech. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now, ang pinaka-importante diyan, ang pinaka-importanting parts of speech, anong pinaka-importante? Let's say, sa subject, ano ba ang mga parts of speech na pwedeng ma-subject?
Noun. Pronoun.
Noun and?
Pronoun.
Pronouns. Yeah, see? By learning what the subjects are, noun and pronoun, sila talaga most likely ang nagiging main subject. Yeah. Now, ano ang pinaka-main, ano ang partner ni noun, pronoun para mabuo ang isang sentence? Ano ang kasunod niya?
Verb.
Verb. See, teachers, the formula. Verb. Hindi pwedeng ang sentence, pwede ba ang sentence na walang verb?
Hindi, coach.
Hindi. Yes. Yeah, hindi. Now, ano ang kasunod na ni verb? Pwedeng other mga parts of speech na, right? Adjective, pwede ng preposition, depende na yan sa sentence. Basta ang magkasama perme, see? Main, subject, noun or pronoun plus verb. Do you consider this one as a sentence?
Stinks.
Do you consider this one as a sentence?
Yes, coach.
Yes.
Why do you think so?
Ang coach, subject niya it. Tapos
ano to? Noun, pronoun?
Pronoun.
Pronoun.
Tapos yung verb stinks.
Verb stinks. So, pwede ba maging full sentence kahit si noun or pronoun plus verb lang?
Depende, coach, kung depende kung nagbibigay lang talaga siya ng complete thought or idea, na siya? Sentence na talaga siya, complete sentence na.
Yeah, it stinks. Does it convey complete thought?
Yes, coach.
Yes.
Yes.
na ang isang bagay ay mabaho.
Yes,
Yes.
coach.
Yes. Therefore, it's still a sentence. Yeah.
Di ba kahit ano lang, coach, di ba? Sa maalala ko lang, kahit one word na verb, pwede pa rin siyang maging complete sentence.
Yeah, like stand up.
Stand up.
This is what we call imperative
Hmm.
sentence. It's a type of sentence, but then we say, okay, stand up, sit down, go. Yeah.
Yeah, yan. Run.
Kasi it's actually from the whole sentence na you go.
Mm.
Yeah. If isulat natin yan or imagine natin yan, that the complete sentence of it is you go. Yeah, you go. But we could just say imperative, in an imperative form, just say go. Bang. Sit. Stand. From saying you stand, you sit, you go. So, yeah, we call it, teacher, an imperative. So, kaya sa pagtuturo natin yung say. So there's an underlying message na nagbibigay ka ng instruction.
Yes, coach.
If it's a stop, look, listen. Yeah. So it's one word pero it conveys whole thought or whole meaning. So that's the imperative, most likely imperative yun sila.
Mhm.
Giving command.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting, teachers.
Yes, coach.
Yes po.
Na-refresh ba ang ating mga dyan?
Thank you, coach.
Yes.
Tagal na, coach.
Kalimutan na.
Kalimutan na.
Yeah.
Yan bang imperative sentence, coach? Ano na talaga yan? Yan ang command, no, di ba?
Pag-utos.
I see.
Sa Tagalog na isa ganyan, utos.
Pang-utos?
Pang-utos, yeah. Yeah, hindi kasi ako nakikinig during Filipino,
Ako, lisod magtagalog, coach.
Yeah, pang-utos, pang-diwa, pandiwa,
yan,
Pangalan, pandiwa,
Mga
panguri,
pangalan na.
pang-abay.
Yeah,
Dami,
galing ni
coach.
teacher.
Filipino major ba si teacher, coach?
Hindi po TLE. Pero kasi kakatake ko lang ng exam kaya medyo na-refresh din.
Ayan.
Di ba may mga pambalana pa, coach? Di ba?
Yeah.
Pambalana. Pantangi, pambalana. Common noun and proper
Na,
noun.
hindi ko na alam yan.
Wala na.
May mga palarila, mga
Nangungupya lang ako, Filipino dati.
Yes, right? So that's it, teachers. Actually, medyo sa kasi we're not particular kasi sa Filipino. Like, we can just do it in an informal way. Kaya, hindi siya binibigyang in terms
yan
kasi
yan nga ang nakakatawa, coach. Kung magtatagalog tayo, wala tayong paki kung wrong grammar tayo, di ba? Pero pag nag-i-English tayo, lagi tayong ahead nag-isip na baka wrong grammar.
Yes.
Conscious tayo masyado.
Kasi in terms of isa sa reasons yan, teacher, kasi in terms of expectation or in terms of usage, the scope of usage, kung Filipino, it's within Philippines lang man eh. And it's level of expectations now, it's just within local. But when you try to make English, it's just a global language, international pa. So, kaya ang mga tao are particular about the correctness, the mga kung tama ba, lalo na hindi tinatanggap ng mga Filipino ang English as their own, as part of their language. Meron tanggap. Kaya yung iba, yung very particular, lalo na ginagamit natin ito siya sa in a global aspect. So, ang taas din ng expectation ng tao sa atin, ng mga ibang Filipino. At once gumagamit tayo ng English, ang tataas din ng expectation ng ibang Filipino sa atin. Kasi they think, ibig sabihin yan, like, uy, gusto mong, parang gusto mong mag-ahead from us. Di ba? Even nga sa Filipino, they somehow, magaling ka daw mag-English, ang intelligent mo na.
Uy, English era, ganun.
Okay, English era. Hindi naman ako total English yung padiretso-diretso.
Baka ma-overwhelm.
Yeah, ma-overwhelm yung nag-viral ngayon. So that's what, teacher, I think it has something to do with the user, the scope of or the function of English kasi it's global. So, and meron kasing batayan ang ibang taos na ang mga Amerikano. Meron silang baseline. Kaya when we commit mistakes, ito. Pero ito sa Filipino, hindi man totally na-establish ang standard Filipino language. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you feel that way too, teachers? Na hindi natin feel ang standard Filipino way of expression. Like, ano ba dito? Hindi natin minamind ang mga grammar thing, right?
Tama, coach. Oo.
Yeah, kasi we're not practicing the standard, and the standard Filipino expression, hindi din siya fully implement na, hoy, dapat ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Yeah. Pero sa English, meron kasing Amerikano standard na inintroduce sa atin na ganito dapat ang ating construction, ang ating tunog, at so on. Yeah, parang ganun siya na concept. Kaya, merong mga ganun na mga mindset. Pero again, teachers, don't get affected by that. You just have to write the right circle of people. Yeah. Find the right circle of people na kung saan, kahit magkamali ka, hindi ka pagtatawanan. But instead, you'll be learning each other. From each
Kahit
other.
nga ngayon, coach, yung nangyari sa bansa natin ngayon, di ba, daming nagpa-flood yung mga threads sa social media. Tapos pag may nag-i-English doon, tapos nagkamali-mali yung grammar, baluktot-baluktot, kinakantsawan na ng maraming comments.
Yun nga eh.
Oo. Yun ang
Yun na po na.
Oo,
Yun
yun
nga,
ang
yeah,
na po na.
oo.
Yeah.
Hindi na yung kanyang pinaglalaban or yung opinion niya, yung
Oo.
grammar niya na yung mali.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
grammar na, oo. Pero
At
pag
iwi-
nagtagalog tayo, coach, kahit mali-mali yung grammar natin sa Tagalog, walang pumupuna sa atin
Yes.
sa Tagalog.
Mhm.
Oo.
Yeah, that's your teacher. Yun nga kasi, hindi lahat particular, hindi lahat konsonada, hindi lahat interested matuto sa tamang standard ng Filipino.
Tama, coach.
Unlike sa English, halos lahat uy, dapat ganyan yan. Dapat ganyan yan, right? Dapat si subject yun, magpupuna-puna po na lahat. Pero sa Filipino, even dito sa, I believe sa other dialects din, even sa atin sa Bisaya, kahit mag-add to dito, walang kahit mali-mali, Scrabble na yung mga words, walang magko-correct sa'yo. Kasi walang na fully implement na standard na itong dapat, hindi din siya in terms of yung encouragement na ito dapat natin gawin, blah 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 blah. Minsan nalilimutan na nga natin yung pandiwa, pangalan kasi nakafocus na tayo sa English, right? At sa ating dialect. So kaya I think yun ang reason, one of the reasons, teacher. All right. Yes. Okay, na refresh ba, di ba? That's what we call structural analysis as English teachers kasi yun nga, we'll be teaching them sentences. So ito, teach them sa mga formulas. Pero paano nga natin ma-master ang formula if hindi pa natin to alam? So in your free time, spend time by learning more sa mga parts of speech. You can use online like ganito, mga online quizzes para ma-refresh, and then if may mga mali, try to search. You can also utilize ChatGPT. Okay? Si ChatGPT din, mas madaling mong gamitin. Kanina si Determiner di ba? Nakalimutan ko. So, ang ginawa ko lang, ano ang tawag ni and the, what do they call? So, ginanan ko lang si ChatGPT. So, wala na. Si ChatGPT na ang nagsagot. Wait. So, ganun. Yeah, ChatGPT will save the day. You don't need to search other, di ba? Ayun na. Are called, hindi niya labas yung, sinusunod ko ba't lumabas yung, determiner. What parts of speech? Okay. Ang ginawa ko, anong part of speech? So yan ang tanong, 'di ba? Pwede ka lang kahit hindi correct grammar ang tanong mo diyan, so i-correct pa din yan ni ChatGPT. See? ChatGPT will save your day. That's how it is. That's how convenient learning now compared before. So just check ChatGPT, nakasummarize na yan lahat. Okay? Alright. Well done, teachers. May ano ba? Nag-enjoy ba sa ating upskilling ngayon? Ako din nag-enjoy.
Yes.
Yes, coach. The refresh, coach. The refresh.
Yeah, so sa mga ganon na mga parts of speech, familiarize those things. All right. So hi 10 everyone. Show your beautiful faces and hi 10. 3, 2, 1. Hi,
Next time na ako, coach, kasi haggard mukha ko ngayon.
Okay. No worries, teacher. Thank you so much, Teacher Lynn, Teacher Maggie, Teacher Jackie, Teacher Romel, Teacher Karen, Teacher Nessa, Teacher Mayette, Teacher Bell, Teacher Jessa, Teacher Josie, and Teacher Vina. See you next time.
Thank you,
Have a great
Coach.
day.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Thank you, coach.